Well, this morning we're going to Childers for breakfast, but hey, guess what? A lot of us buy action cameras. A lot of us like filming our flying. That sun is going to be too much. Yeah, so I've crossed the line. What do you mean? Well, this is the new GoPro Hero 10, and this morning we're going to test it while we're flying. Obviously, that's what I do. I test cameras. No, I mean I film my flights, and I've got it set up so that it's in automatic horizontal level mode. So the horizon's always horizon leveling, the stability. You've got to be in linear mode for the horizon leveling to work. We're shooting in 5.3K, 4K. I'll shoot 4K 4:3 ratio. That gives me cropping, and we're at 50 frames a second. So let's go flying and check this thing out and see what she's like. So far the tests have shown that the resolution, or the clarity, the sharpness, the detail and the captures is better than my Hero 8s. It's apparently better than the Hero 9 as well. So with the GP2 processor, I don't know if the sensor's changed, things are a lot snappier on the camera. So let's get going.
Mirror traffic, Microlight 6340 turns base, full stop, 17 Mirror.
Well, I'm just back from another mission. Why don't you come and join me now and watch what we've been up to. Enjoy this adventure. And maybe after you've watched this one, you might want to watch one of the other more than 300 videos on the channel regarding aviation and flying adventures with Crownbox.
Pre-flight's complete. We are now going to just warm up the engine. As you can see right now, a little trick to this. I learned this on a few, well, I think it was on the GoPro Hero 8s.
Runway 17 for southerly departure towards Sydney. Harbour.
Yeah, so on the Hero 8, this thing's shaking quite a bit. I don't know if you can see that, but while it's warming up, of course, it's not as smooth as there you go, so that's smoothed out. I don't know if you can see that with the stabilisation fixing it or not. Anyway, so one of the tricks I learned was with the GoPro Hero 8s, if you've got a battery in while you're...
traffic on 7656 taxing 17 on Burrum, taxiway Charlie, Aerobatics.
We've got a few of us flying out this morning. We're going to Childers for breakfast, I think I said that before. Anyway, you have to, if you want to rely on the external power to keep the camera going indefinitely, that's my point, then you have to remove the battery and then connect external power, or you can run the battery on like half. If you put in a battery that's like 50% charged, there's somewhere where the percentage of the battery charge determines whether it uses external power or not, and then it will just run indefinitely. If you have the battery in fully charged with external power, it will use up the battery first, and then the camera will shut down. It won't use external power at all. So my trick this morning, because I don't even have a door on the side of this camera.
Crossing 1230, where Charlie for 17, Hervey Bay.
There is no door. This camera is brand new. I only got it yesterday. It's only been out one day when I got it, so it's brand new off the thing, off the, for sale, and just released. I don't yet have a door so that I can plug in external power, and without a door the battery isn't really that secure. I could put a rubber band around it or something like that, but I just thought I'll just take the battery out and try it and see what happens. So we're running only USB power, no battery at all. Anyway, enough of that. We've got 41 degrees. Back off the idle, and we'll go taxiing. Let's go, and we're going to use 35 runway. They're going to use 17, so I'll wait till they're gone. Maryborough traffic, Microlight 6340 taxis for the apron, Maryborough. going to be really interesting to see what today, to see what the roll correction's like, if it's really worth having. I'll try and do some shots looking backwards as well as, of course, forwards. We're at temperature 47 degrees, we've got 3 to go, so by the time these guys get going, I'll be ready to roll. Aerobatics traffic, Microlight 6340, unable to read. I'm ready to roll runway 35. Are you guys clear or ready to go? What's the go?
Microlight, this is either 7656. You can roll if you want to. We'll hold.
Yeah, roger, copy. Entering and lining up to roll runway 35 from Aerobatics traffic, Microlight 6340.
Traffic level 7656 entering 17 for flight northwesterly departure to Children.
Aerobatics traffic, Microlight 6340 is airborne runway 35 and we'll be tracking out to the north at 1000 Maryborough Hervey Bay traffic. Yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to check the resolution or the image quality, the video quality of each of the different modes while it's in linear, wide. There was one critical one really that was kind of interesting. So what's 5.3K like, 4K, and the slow-mo. I seem to have a problem with the slow-mo because this camera is capable of shooting up to 240 frames a second. In what mode was that? 240 frames. Oh, I've got the flicker set to 50 because we use 50 Hertz here, but I might as well just set it to 60 and then I'll get 240 frames. With it set to 50 on the flicker correction, you only get 200 frames a second maximum, and that's with 1080p. Okay, I think it works at 10, actually it's 4K as well. You can check the resolutions. I'm not going to do a full review here. With these resolutions, first of all we've got 4K, and now we've got 4:3 ratio as well as the standard 16:9 ratios. Alright, so 4K, 4:3 ratio, 16:9 ratio. Using 4:3 ratio means that you do lose one, I think about one. You'll have to check this out, but it does affect the maximum frame rate versus, so 4K 4:3 has one less step of frame rate versus just 4K 16:9 because it's more data with a bigger screen obviously. So lots to test really, and I'll be testing this over the next few months obviously. Now the interesting thing at the moment as well is, as I said, I'm not using a battery, and at the moment it's purring along quite nicely. I mean, if you can see me, it's still working. Yeah. So I'm just tracking up to the north first. We're actually going west, but I'm just going to go for a fly up to the coast. Burrum heads, check it out. And then we'll track back into Childers. Might as well make the use of this morning. If there's anything you want to know about this camera, I mean, my test here is really about what's it like when we fly. And how does it work? How good is it for flying? It's not a cheap camera. It's probably one of the premium, well, it is, action cameras on the market now. One of the things you really have to consider as well is when you're flying, or with any action sports, you don't really get to choose where you're pointing the camera. So having the ability to have a wide angle is quite important so that you can crop as necessary, and that's why I use the 4:3 ratio. Now that also means though that well, I'm using linear with horizon leveling, and that actually causes, because it's linear, it's correcting the pin cushion distortion, barrel distortion. Because I'm using that, it actually crops in, so it's not as wide as it could be, which gives me less ability for selecting the part of the shot if I want to crop. The other thing you have to consider is that if you can shoot as high a resolution as possible, I may use 5.3, I might just stick to 4K. I'm going to do those comparisons in time, over time, and check the sharpness. We'll do that in this video. Actually, I'll just do it on the ground and see if we can see resolution differences that make it worthwhile. Problem is with 4K, I know there's a problem with where you can shoot 5K, but you can't shoot 50 frames at 4:3 ratio. So then that's limiting your vertical crop ability. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. What I was going to say is with action cameras though, when you're flying and you want to get a certain thing on the ground in shot and you want to see it a bit closer, you've got to crop in. You tend to suck up the resolution a little bit and things start breaking up if you zoom too much, if you crop in too far. So we'll be looking at that. I'll do that test when we're back on the ground somewhere. And yeah, so sometimes if you're flying, like you see a whale in the water and you go, oh yeah, I've only got this camera, let's film it, and then you go to zoom it up and it doesn't work. So is 5.3K going to work better than 4K? You'd think in theory that it would, but then we don't have the 50 frames a second, which allows us to slow it down. And do we really need the roll, the horizon roll correction, horizon leveling? There is a lot to think about. Childers traffic, trike 6340, joints downwind 10, full stop, Childers. 6340, turns final 10, Childers.
907, checking 2884, Hatfield on climb 2000, Farmfield traffic. Traffic level 4, downwind for 10.
This is an unusual flipper. Ninja. This is the Childers fly-in breakfast. We've made it. There's hardly any wind at all. Beautiful flight this morning. I'm backlit at the moment, so you can see whether or not I'm being clearly seen in the video with the shadows on the front. Look at the lineup of aircraft. How good is that? Go and get breakfast. Hello, Jed. Hello, boy.
What's going on?
Oh, this is the bad table. I wouldn't sit there.
No, I wouldn't. No,
How'd you get yours so quick? Told you to get mine
we
first,
flew
mate.
here quicker than you.
So did you work out how to land it, did you?
Not yet, still practicing.
Good on you, thanks for the show.
All good, mate, no worries. That's it.
Well, a lot of unexpected surprises today. It's been a good morning actually. I'm going to fly back with the drifter soon. I'll go back to his place at Pacific Haven, have a coffee or a chat. I'll get going soon actually, but I just wanted to check the Storch out first. By the way, how's the camera performing? You like it? check the stability